Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you a foundation featured. I'm switching it up a little bit because it is not a first impression. I've actually been using this brand for some time and it's probably something you haven't heard of, but maybe you have because I actually learned about it from one of you. So thank you so much for mentioning this in the comments on a previous video. But it is a foundation called Omiana. That's how I'm pronouncing it. This company, that's a sticker, sorry, a little sticker residue. Omiana.com. This is a brand that has so much, here we go. This brand is specifically all about ingredients that are usually used in makeup and they don't include it, such as titanium dioxide, mica, things like BHT. There's other ingredients like ultramarines, nanoparticles, zinc oxide, boron nitride. I mean, lots of stuff we see in our makeup. Now, I am not here to cause any controversy because I feel like in some cases we can really pick apart, you know, how much harm there are in anything we are consuming or putting on us. And honestly, my job here isn't to make controversy or stir up any kind of argument as to pros and cons. I'm just here to introduce to you a brand that eliminates certain ingredients that some of you might have found out you have sensitivities to. You have been doing research on them for whatever reason, whether it's medications you're on, whether it's a treatment you're going through, and you have been looking for products without certain ingredients and you haven't had any luck finding them in the mainstream. So here is a brand that focuses on only certain ingredients that they put in their products. Now sometimes, and I have used natural ingredients and I've used things that claim to be, you know, like, oh, only 4 ingredients in this product, and the foundation is like, okay, I could use some fillers. Here's some blurring agents, that would be nice, you know, and you're just like, So I actually really enjoyed this foundation and I was very impressed by the way it wore. I really wanted to order the new YSL foundation on the Sephora website, and I had already ordered this Omiana foundation. And I was looking at the ingredients, because I always look at ingredients because of things like lavender oil or cinnamon or ginger or something like that, which I remember was in the Givenchy new foundation. And I was like, really? Because that's a trigger for my rosacea. So I'm looking through the YSL ingredients and I'm like, oh my God. There are a lot of ingredients here in this foundation that on the Omiana website, they're like, we do not include da 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 da, you know, so I'm just like, okay. So I didn't order the YSL foundation. Is it the best and most amazing wearing foundation? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll compare it one of these days. So, okay, so I did get the Intense Coverage Matte Liquid Foundation. The label says here, for sensitive skin and savvy individuals, avoiding mica, talc, bismuth, gluten, and other mineral makeup ingredients. So that's another thing. If you are avoiding gluten, I got the shade Cashew. You can order samples for just a few dollars. They'll put something in a container for you so you can kind of swatch them and see. I guessed, and actually this is a pretty good shade. I also have a concealer I'll be showing you. This is their concealer. This is a full coverage under eye and blemish concealer with pure high function, high coverage ingredients. So this is the foundation. It's very liquidy, but not like runny. And I have, of course, a very shiny face. I sort of have been having a shiny face lately, and it's not oil, it literally is hydration. Like, this is my Ombrelle, the Garnier sunscreen I got in Vancouver, and it just, this is the shine it leaves, and so as soon as I put makeup on, it's not a problem. So I don't have primer on today on purpose because I felt like being a purist. I'm like, why would I put on a primer that might have some of these ingredients that I'm trying to avoid, you know, that this brand avoids putting in. And I felt like, you know, and they have, so this line has everything from pressed powder, loose powder, different formulas of foundation, different formulas of concealer. I believe there's a mascara. I think there's lipstick. So it is not like high-end price. It's in the $30 to $40 range for most of the like foundation and powders. So it is not cheap. And I know that's really tricky because when you're ordering online and you're taking a guess and you're like, is this even going to work? I haven't had to return anything, so I'm not sure how great, you know, I bet they're really good with their return policy. I don't know, but they are, it's a pretty neat indie brand. So, okay, so you can see already one side of my face. I've just done one coat of the matte coverage. Well, it says matte liquid foundation. It's not really matte, so like if you're very oily, you will definitely include powder with this. But I have to say, it does a really good job. There is, this is my Morphe E44. It's funny because I'm like, I never have a problem with my Morphe brush shedding, and just now that it was just now shedding. I wonder because I just washed it. This particular sponge, I'm sorry, I've been including it and not talking about it. It's the Eco Tools blender. It's really great. But hey, Eco Tools, could you please use less packaging? Okay, so you did a great job on the product and then you just put a whole bunch of plastic packaging. Okay, so this smells good too. It smells kind of vanilla-y, but it's not fragranced. I think they just kind of include some kind of almost, you know, whatever natural. I think there's some honeysuckle in there too. So here I am, one coat, both sides. We've got sponge, we've got brush, and I'm happy with it. I mean, this is as good as any other foundation. So I am actually going to do a little more on this side with the sponge, and then I'm going to go into concealer. And now you can see it close up. Pretty good. I think natural coverage, but definitely for me, hides my red, hides my brown spots. I like it. So let's do concealer. This concealer is pretty intense. This is shade Beige. I think they only have 2 shades of concealer. I felt it was a little limiting. I've noticed that a little goes a long way. So let's do some of that. I'm gonna take my Kat Von D. I like my Kat Von D 40 angle brush just to kind of get in the corner. Then I'm gonna So I feel like this concealer isn't the greatest concealer in the world because that I haven't found. Doesn't exist. But look at the difference. That's pretty good, right? I do have a powder from the company. This is called Comical Foundation. That was the name of the color. This is actually their powder foundation. I think it's like a mineral, sort of bare minerals type, but I'm using it as like a loose setting powder. Definitely, I mean, I want to give it a try. I could not decide on the color though, so here, I'm gonna just put some in my hand. But I'm just gonna dust this on. I don't know if they have, I can't remember if they have actual just like translucent setting powder or if this is the only powder. So, but it's kind of nice to get a little extra coverage while you set your foundation. So, and we'll see how much, if it really gets a little crepey under the eyes. Maybe it's a little too much. We'll see. It's always hard to put powder on from a loose powder sample. I'm gonna finish my face and I will come back in just a second. Okay, I am back and I have everything on. Blush, bronzer, highlighter. Actually, I'm not really wearing highlighter today. Just a lot of kind of bronzy blush and lips, mascara, that kind of thing. So right now I'm really happy with it. My makeup applied really well over it in terms of other powder products. And I can't wait to see, well, I know it wears pretty well during the day. I've worn this before, but I'm gonna give it a bit of a good test. It's 80 degrees outside. I'm gonna be running around, got a lunch date, that kind of thing. So I will give you a bedtime check-in to let you know how it wore, how much it broke down, if at all, how much I shined through it, that kind of thing. So I'm not gonna do any touch-ups. This is it, except for my lips. So, alrighty guys, I will see you later. Okay guys, I am back and I realized that this eyebrow I did not do a good job filling in. You probably saw that in the previous frame. Anyway, it's been 7 hours and I love this makeup. I love that it wears well. I'm checking myself out in the monitor so I can, yes, I have breakout right there. And I'm a little red right here, which nothing new, right? I actually didn't, I didn't touch up my lipstick, but that's whatever. But I feel like if I did a little bit of setting spray and some of that mineral powder over it to touch up, little dot of concealer, I would feel so good. Like, I think my face looks pretty darn good. It's just the usual breakdown that happens on me with my nose and my chin. And honestly, I am just so happy that this foundation is so good in terms of ingredients and, you know, what it has, what it doesn't have, and yet it still performs really well. So I definitely give this a thumbs up. I highly recommend it. If you've been looking for certain things, or I should say, if you've been looking for a makeup that is free of certain things that you know you are sensitive to or allergic to, check them out. I will list everything below. And yeah, so thank you, Omiana, for making these products. I can't wait to try some more and see what other goodies are in your, and see what other goodies I will like. So yeah, all right, thanks guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this foundation featured, and let me know what you think. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.